Hey everyone, this is my how to deal with an infected piercing video. So we're going to try to keep it clean, not change the jewelry too soon as I mentioned previously, but if the inevitable happens and it does get infected, which sometimes just happens, sometimes you don't do anything wrong, they just decide, hey, I'm going to get infected on you. Bleh. You know? So yeah, if that does happen, then I'm going to take you through the steps on what you should do to heal it. Number one, you see infection, you have to know what infection is. Healing is not infection. Healing is soreness, swelling that subsides in about a week, and that lymph stuff is just like a light clearish yellow color. It is not stinky, it is not green, and it is not bleeding as well. It's just a little bit of lymph. So if you truly have an infection, meaning you have redness, you have swelling, you have intense pain, a lot more than just an initial piercing pain, and you are oozing pus, I'm going to tell you what to do to take care of it. Let's just start with like an earlobe. So you have your earlobe pierced. It's doing great. All of a sudden it starts hurting when you sleep on it. You notice it's red, you notice it's swollen, you play with it a little bit and you notice some pus. What you're going to want to do right away is wash the entire thing out with Dial soap. I know it's going to burn, but it will take care of the piercing. So wash your hands first and then get some Dial soap in your hand and just rub it up into the piercing. If you have a ring, rotate the ring through, get all sides of it. If you have a stud, just, you know, rotate the stud, get front and back. And I know this is going to sound gross, but you're going to need to aspirate all of the pus, meaning you're going to have to squeeze all of it out. So just squeeze everywhere while you're washing it and make sure you get everything out. You know, once it starts coming out blood, you probably cleaned it out and that's good. So again, wash it again after you've aspirated it with Dial soap, get it clean, get out of the shower if you're in the shower, and then you can start with the rest of the care routine, which is, for me, now some people don't recommend peroxide, but I recommend putting peroxide on a cotton ball or a Q-tip, depending on where the body part is and then what's easier to do, and just douse it with peroxide. It's gonna burn, it's gonna sting. I like that feeling because I'm like, yeah, it's healing, yeah, burn good. So yeah, you're just gonna dump peroxide in it. Just let it fizz, let it fizz, let it fizz till it stops fizzing. You don't want to stop it to fizzing. You just want to keep dumping on there. You may have to put peroxide on for 5 minutes straight, but it's gonna burn and it's gonna hurt. All right. Sorry that hurts, but infections are not fun, and this is the best way, in my opinion, to cure it. You don't have to follow my advice. You can do whatever you want. You can let it get worse, but this is what works for me. So after that, what I do is I mix a little saltwater solution, or I take the saltwater H2 Ocean Spray, and I just make sure I get salt water all up in there. You know, dilute it properly, a teaspoon to 8 ounces of water, and just pour salt water in it. Do that like 3 times a day. Wash it, use a little peroxide, and then saline it right after that. And you know what? My piercings tend to be okay within 1 day to 2 weeks if I follow my own care and just take care of it like that. Belly button piercings tend to be a little more hard to cure, so you're going to have to do the treatment longer and to keep clothing off of it and keep your fingers off it longer, but it will heal. If you have any questions about how to heal an infected piercing, please ask, because there's other things you can do. I mean, if it gets really bad and, you know, it's serious, you need to go to the doctor, obviously. But do not take out the jewelry. Do not take out the jewelry. I know that doctors will tell you, because I went to the doctor when I got my belly button infected, and he said like, oh, take it out. And I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea, because then how's the pus going to drain? And that's exactly right. If you take out your body piercing and you have an infection, it will abscess under the skin. It will not drain, and you will have to actually have it surgically removed. So please, leave your piercing in, because it will drain the pus. And you get to keep your piercing. So that's all on how to treat infected piercings. It's actually a lot more simpler than you think. Peroxide, Dial soap, salt water. Do that 3 to 5 times a day and your piercing should be good as new very, very soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.